Here's the TYT clip. Okay, this is what this stream will be for the second hour. I'm just going to react to all the shit that has been said that I didn't get a chance to watch during the week. 7 minutes. Oh, jeez.
Trans streamer Keffals has been doxxed repeatedly for weeks by users of a hate forum known as Kiwi Farms. But she chose to fight.
It's so sad when you have Anna Kasparian next to Keffals. Look at that. Real woman, right? Fake imitation, soulless dead bug eyes on the left. Anytime you put like real woman versus trans on the screen right next to each other, it's just like any kind of deception of passing or womanhood melts instantly.
But she chose to fight back, and guess what? She won in a big way. After engaging in a long pressure campaign, she successfully shut Kiwi Farms down. And it's incredible that she was able to do this, especially because it feels impossible to do away with these types of forums. But Kiwi Farms has had a long history of hate. In fact, at least 3 people have died by suicide after being targeted by Kiwi Farms harassment campaigns, and that's according to Vice. In 2016, the family of a trans person who died by suicide.
It's so intellectually dishonest. It's so dishonest when they say like it's a swatting forum or whatever the fuck, and then they just say, well, NBC News said it, so it must be true. Why would Ben Collins lie to me? Ooh. But then when someone says like, this person is like a fart pornographer who transitioned directly from a pornography career to being a streamer for kids, who tries to get little kids on HRT and publicly flirts with 16-year-old boys on Twitter. They're like, well, we can't prove it. It's right here. It's on this website. There's archives, everything. That's Kiwi Farms. You can't prove it. It's like a hate site. They lie. No, there's archives for everything that's in this. You don't even have to read the text. Just click the archives. The archive sites are hate sites. Then meanwhile, on the flip side, Vice News said it, so it must be true. Oh. I sleep very well knowing that my enemies are ontologically evil, and there's no thing that I can perpetrate upon them, which is wrong.
Suicide. Lizzie Waite was harassed by Kiwi Farms trolls for weeks after, even after her death, after she had taken her own life. And Keffals was targeted by Kiwi Farms, as we've reported on this show before. And she's a fierce advocate for the transgender community, being trans herself, of course. And that's the reason why she became a target. Now, Keffals is a fighter, and this story is...
Pretty sure Keffals was a target because they went on Twitter and said, haha, Destiny, I took away your primary source of income. Ha 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 ha. Pretty sure that's why.
Piece of evidence to prove that. She began the hashtag Drop Kiwi Farms. Okay, now
it's just like a recap.
The majority of the people they farms is called 1776 Solutions LLC. Before 2017, it was called Final Solutions LLC, a direct reference to the Holocaust. Now I should also.
You know what's the best thing about that is, it's true. When I formed my company, I named it Final Solutions LLC, and I changed it.
Note that Joshua Moon is the founder of Kiwi Farms, and Keffals applied so much pressure to Cloudflare's social media accounts that the company often deleted or hid any comments that pointed out that Cloudflare had this relationship with Kiwi Farms. And in the end, her efforts paid off. So let's take a look at the next tweet because it shows you the kind of impact it had on the stock for Cloudflare.
Oh, that's such bullshit. The fucking thing about the stock ticker. Every stock was dropping at that point. Like if you compare it to the market averages for tech stocks, like Cloudflare was in the same basket.
Cloudflare has lost nearly $3 billion in market cap in the last week since Clara's campaign to drop Kiwi Farms.
Clara. I hate that its name is Clara. It's very triggering, chat. This is just like Chink yogurt.
Now we're canceling people who have said these kind of things. Yeah, well, look, guys, you think trans people are bad, whatever the hell that means. You're allowed to have that opinion, okay? If you
Such a
say,
big boy.
Let's go dox that person.
It's such a beefalo. It's like a big buffalo. want to make them to a burger.
And put them in physical danger and threaten them physically. That's illegal. That's completely different.
Threatening people is illegal.
I mean, I don't know if you would ironically join the far left in saying, no, there should be no laws, there should be no prisons, no one should have, like, it's okay to physically threaten people. And what are prisons? It's canceling someone. Just because you physically assaulted someone, you're supposed to go to prisons. You're canceling their freedom. #freedom, right? No, yes, there are things you are not allowed to do that break the law.
The fuck is he saying?
They did that, so there you go. If you think there should be no responsibility for that, there's something wrong with you.
Absolutely. Now, Keffel's even planned a protest for September 8th at the Cloudflare Connect conference in
Oh man, I really hope that the next protest happens
in Australia, but that protest won't be necessary since that Farms is simply allowed to operate, it will either become a fractured shell of itself, like 8chan.
That was such a great post. That post was such a great post. They all celebrate it as being a total capitulation. Well, lay low, chat. It's for the best. Just keep the site kind of hampered, kind of there, but not. So people who really want to can still post, but it's definitely, this is the way to keep it aligned for right now. And then when something more stable is available, you can move on to that and not have to worry about it. Yeah, I don't know. This is just like a recap and a conspiracy. Look at that smug fucking face.
You never
these people.
For that to her, you did the exact opposite. She's offering you a lifeline. Maybe she can give you $5 or $10 for it. It's more than you should ever get for it.
That's the other thing. Keffels is just like lied about on Twitter, saying that I tried to accept $50 for the site on Proton. My Proton Mail account is not Kiwi Null at Proton Mail. Just so you know, because people kept asking me about that. Like, why are you trusting like a dangerous pervert? Like when they say things on the internet, it's clearly bullshit. Exercise some judgment there. Okay. Anything else I should watch in regards to this? They want you dead and think it's funny. Yes, it's true. I want smug Anna Kasparian as my frame. There we go. Perfect. Look at that smugness. Linus Tech Tips made a video about us being dropped by Cloudflare. Oh, okay. That's a good thing to bring up. We briefly used DDoS Guard. We used DDoS Guard so briefly that I completely forgot about it. Actually, that's a lie. We were on DDoS Guard for years. DDoS Guard said that they were made aware that we used them or whatever. Or no, they said that we joined them on like the day after Cloudflare dropped us, but that's not true. Cloudflare, I had .ru set up with host DDoS Guard for years before Cloudflare dropped us. Around the time that 8chan got dropped by Cloudflare. But because we were on .ru, there was some guy on Twitter. He has like 500,000 followers, and he was like a former assistant to the FBI director 12 years ago for 1 year, and then he retired. And got involved in the media as like an expert on the FBI. And he made some really stupid posts about how on the 8 hours that we were on the .ru domain with DDoS Guard, how we were a Russian asset and the website existed to like influence the election that was coming up in September. Really bizarre shit. So this is Linus Tech Tips apparently talking about that angle of conspiracy.
In there. And network infrastructure company Cloudflare.
Oh no, Tech Linked.
They have blocked trolling forum Kiwi Farms after specific targeted threats were seen escalating on the site in a 48-hour period. Cloudflare had been under intense pressure to drop support for the forum by the #DropKiwiFarms social campaign, which highlighted the forum's contribution to online and real-life harassment and bullying, which in some cases led to suicide. Cloudflare maintained that, like their blocking of 8chan back in 2019, they had made this decision because of the recent escalation in specific threats, and not directly because of the social campaign.
This is bullshit.
Not trying to police.
Such a coward. It's so frustrating because it's like I wonder if someone like pointed a gun at him or if he's just like a coward.
The internet.
Testosterone levels.
Reportedly switched to using servers hosted in Russia, and we can only hope that leads some of them to have a "Are we the baddies?" moment. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Vessi Foot.
Are we the baddies because we're on a Russian domain? Russia is inhospitable to the forum. It's only the U.S. that can support the site. I even say that in my post. Are we the baddies? It's true. We use the Ukrainian hosts. You know what? Here, when I have the opportunity, I want to reflect on. And this is, I'm tempted. I don't know. It's like I don't want to like shine a light on any of the providers we use, but at the same time, I want to make a list of like reputable companies that are like not retarded. And all of the hosts that we use are out there, but I don't know. Maybe my endorsement would be unwelcomed. What incredible cutting out? I'm not cutting out. Might be your end, bro. But yeah, I'd like to make a list of like websites and services that you should actually use. Because they're not shit. The list would be so small. Yes, it would. But you would know that everything on there is very good and worth using. The Ukrainians, by the way, the service that we were using briefly, that I'm still using for the kiwifarms.net error page, which is a 418 I am a teapot error for no reason. That is vsys at vsys.host. And they're based out of Kiev, in case you're interested in supporting a Ukrainian company. They also hosted an error message at some point before we were kicked off Cloudflare. They have been pretty good, and people have been really going after them. That fucking Liz Fong Jones tranny tried to get some contractor in Ukraine to complain to the Ministry of Defense to get the Kiwi Farms taken down. We were using them for an error page. It's ridiculous. Okay. I mean, it's not like it's known. They know all the providers and they're going after them. So it's like I should just make that a valuable thing to them. I mean, they, like I said, they know. You can just look it up what I'm using. Kiev. They're out of Kiev. The funny thing about the Kiev versus Kiev shit is that if you're in Kiev, chances are you're Ukrainian and you speak Ukrainian and you spell it Kiev. So the whole, oh no, it's Kiev, Slava Russia, bliat. It's like the people in Kiev don't call it that because they're Ukrainian. It's very Ukrainian up there. Very fucking annoying controversy. People who correct the spelling of a name of a city that they don't even live in and speak neither language. Amerimuts and like neo-Nazi LARPers who don't know any Russian and don't know any Ukrainian, who are miscorrecting the name of a city that speaks Ukrainian because they don't like Ukraine for whatever reason. It's like, what a fucking... That's why I find it hard to be energetic for any form of politics. People on the right are also fucking stupid. Boogie Die, check Twitter. Poland has it easy. Kiev. Yeah. Poland doesn't have it easy. Warsaw is spelled like different in every single language in the world. It's just that it's like the Russians spell it Kiev or Kiev, and the Ukrainians spell it Kiev. And it's like it. That's it. That's the only difference, is that it's spelled differently in different languages, like many other cities are. Like Belgrade and Prague and Warsaw, like all those cities have different names and different languages. It's very normal. It's not like a political side, to spell a city a different way. But everything has to be super political. Anything else? Yeah, I got it backwards. Whatever. I don't know. Look, I'm trying to pronounce it, but I barely speak any Russian. So trying to distinguish, like, nobody can understand me. I go to a bar and I want пожалуйста, taco и белый русский. I went to the same place and I ordered the same fucking thing when I lived in Ukraine over and over again. Taco и белый русский. I want that. And they could never understand me. Пожалуйста, they could never fucking understand me ever. The first time that someone actually understood what I was trying to order, I was happy. So don't try to look at me as like an expert in pronunciation. I'm just saying that is the distinction. One language this way, other language this way. Both are correct. It just depends on what language you're saying. Anyways. Odessa, yeah. Well, you know how Odessa is spelled like this, right? Odessa. In Russian, it's two S's. It's in Ukrainian, it's one S. So if you spell it like this or this, that is also a massive political statement because you're spelling it in a different language, even though the difference is one S in the name. It's truly bizarre. And they even inside Odessa they actually have it different on all the different like road signs and shit, like the welcome to Odessa, it'll say like Odessa 10 miles and then it has it with one S and two S. It's like nobody on the face of the fucking planet is not gonna, because they're both in Cyrillic or whatever too, so it's not like they're in different texts. Nobody's going to be confused about what city they're going to. But for whatever reason, if you go to like Pole or whatever and you spell it with one S, you're gonna get a Vatnik correcting you with two S's. It's like, what the fuck ever, man. Anyways, because Ukrainian is barely a different language, narcissism with small differences. If you ask a Russian if they can understand Ukrainian, they're gonna tell you no. Like, technically, like, Bavarian is the same as German. Technically, Irish is the same as English. Like, Irish dialect English is the same, but they sound very different. And Gaelic, like Scottish, is incredibly different. And I think Ukrainian is even more distinct from Russian than Gaelic English is from English. So people have very strong opinions about shit that doesn't even fucking matter, and it blows my mind. It's so exhausting. If you want to talk about like Eastern European autism, talk about Serbian and Croatian. Same fucking language, almost identical. Croatians and Serbians get very, very upset if you refer to their language as the other. If you talk to a Serbian and you say like, "Oh, you speak Croatian?" Like, "No, I speak Serbian." You talk to a Croatian, "Oh, do you speak Serbian?" "No, I speak Croatian." To the point where like the official name of the language is like Serbo-Croat or something because they're both fucking spacs about it. People are too autistic. I am the only clear mind, slow beating heart on the planet that can sort these things out correctly. Do Croatians also use Cyrillic? I don't know about Croatians. The way, okay, just real brief. I don't want to spurg too much about shit that doesn't matter, but in Serbia, the young people tend to use Latin, and the government enforces Cyrillic. The government uses Cyrillic on everything, like money signs and government forms, but the young people all tend to use Latin, and I imagine it's probably the same in Croatia. Probably more so that they use Latin there because Serbia has like an alignment with Russia still. They're friendly with Russia, so they are more inclined to use Cyrillic to keep their culture distinct from the West. Just a thought. Croatia uses Latin like all civilized countries. Yeah, that's what I figured. Latin, like the regular alphabet they use for English. That's the Latin alphabet. The Cyrillic alphabet is what Russians use, and they use it for a couple other Eastern languages. GIF. I don't say GIF. I don't want to watch the scene in video. I will say this. I did see the thumbnail, and I'll just show that real quick. This still made me laugh out loud. The web of hate, and then there's the Kiwi Farms logo. You know what that That logo was made by a Sri Lankan man on Fiverr for $20 like 8 years ago, and now it's on CNN. Do you know how fucking funny that is? When I literally started laughing out loud, like until there was tears in my eyes when I saw this. I didn't watch the entire thing. I watched like a second of it and just stopped at this part because it was killing me. It was just it was too hysterical that my fucking Sri Lankan Fiverr logo is now on CNN under Web of Hate. Oh, and on my post, Debbie Jack. Oh, this is funny too. There's little funny things that I forgot to coagulate. Okay, so Debbie Jackson complains that we doxed their 9-year-old. They are referring to a thread that was made in 2016 about this cover, which is a meme on like image boards and stuff. So this person waited for years and years to complain about how the Kiwi Farms ragged on her for truing out her kid. And then when she made this tweet, it went to the front page of Reddit and got like 21,000 upvotes. And then fucking Mark Hamill came out and said, "Ignore the haters, Debbie, # support trans kids." So I said, 2012, I should host the Christian Forum. I love the quickie. 2022, Mark Hamill thinks I am a terrorist. It's like, it's too surreal. It's too stupid to even get upset over. Like, this is just retarded. Everyone is retarded. Nobody cares about what the truth is. They're just gonna like say whatever the fuck they want because we're all insane. We've all lost our mind. Patches will roll out when I have the site stable, which might be next week if I'm lucky. How long till Holly Dance comes out and complains? That would also be funny. Yeah, we doxed somebody on a magazine cover. Go figure. Lol, calm down. The Josh Homan story. Yeah. You know what's funny is before that Mark Hamill tweet, I had called Keffel's Luke Bathwater at some point because of the bathtub HRT and the fact their name is Luke, and then the real Luke Bathwater comes out and tells this random person to ignore the haters. It is a small world, chat. You can will things into existence if you think about it too hard. All right, anything else, or can I start reading the super chats? I have a great outro song. I don't want to spoil it, but if you know what it is, you can probably already guess. Any interest thing between you and Commie Dick Girl? Commie Dick Girl supports the forum, so I use them for a quote for my press statement. That's what I was reaching out for. We're all artistic at this point. Yes, you are. Okay. But as people repeatedly spoiled throughout the stream, there is a new MC Jarbo song about Ethan Ralph and Keffel's Queen Kefals, as he likes to say. So I will be playing that for my outro song. This is "The Gunt No Woman to Me," featuring Notorious HRT. Perfect. And what's funny is I've listened to this a couple times. It's actually a really good remix. And Keffel's like super monotone, like vocal fry is perfect for remixing into songs like this. So here is "The Gunt" featuring Notorious HRT, "No Woman to Me." And I will see you guys next week, assuming that I am not hit with a nuke or a drone strike until before then. So take it easy. Bye-bye.
This shit. This is my love song. Wait. Oh, hold on. Wait.
What's wrong?
No, you're not mixing it up properly.
What?
Come on.
What do you mean? What you think?
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Girl, come out of hiding. Because who the fuck would even go fly to Ireland when there's such a thing as Epstein Island, where you can get as much drug, sex, and violence, and we can crash there, girl, that's decided. And you can hit the bathtub if you can find it. Yeah. The bar is open now, it's ruined, drinks provided. to every kid. Turn them all into some weird cross-gender hybrids. Am I short-sighted, or does your body look like a blind first-year college student designed it? I hope they put a zipper excited. I only smash puss with a visible hymen, but I'm so excited. Girl, we can fuck rough. You'll never have had as many kids as I did with all the anxiety. Jacked off to your CNN shit. That was just impeccable time. And look at the facts, dude. I got my battle scars, Luke. You got your axe wound. So to transform, that could be a bad move. Plus, if you can be a bitch, I could learn to be a man too. Rip off the band-aid, drag your trans ass to the ballet, and then put my mayonnaise in your man cave. That's clearly man-made, but maybe go get checked, cause it seems you're in a bad way. Ain't no woman, cause you ain't no woman. Ain't no woman to me. 41, 42, 43. It's not even close. You ain't no woman. No woman to me. No woman. I still love you. No woman to me. So you say you got wrecked, son, but I just want to show you love and affection. Now let me spread the wide for an inspection. You're my kind of car crash. Hit and run in that place that you ain't get wet from, the cold place that you ain't never bled from, that place that you off to shit the bed from, cause it was once probably part of your reg. Tell me, bitch, get your legs up in the air, yeah, no thumbs in the rear, like baked Alaska's in here, and we invited Blair, invited fucking Sophia. Now let's bring back my garbage career, stand with you in the clouds, fight off the flare. Get these bitch ass clowns the fuck out of here. Then take you out to the seaside for some ice cream and some cream pie. Yeah, west side to the east side. They call it true shine. I never knew why. I used to be known as a poop guy. Now I'm known for sticking my bone up in suit guys. Cause you ain't no woman. Ain't no woman to me. 41, 42, 43. You ain't no woman.
Farms fucking lands to this water. Josh, you can cancel that order. How many dads that thought it was just a bath full of water ended up with a goddamn man for a daughter? Ethan, I know you want it. Before I start talking about all of this pedophile shit, I can hear your lips smacking a bit, and it's really obvious you want to suck my dick, eat my mutilated balls, and the bean that don't flip. If you like everything you're seeing, nigger, don't trip, cause I get a hold of preteens waiting for a sip, way better than a simple Latino called Nick in a pile of kids. That's the only way that this Twitter hypocrite could ever get a lip, penis, or tits. How the fuck do you pick? Decide quick before the good doc goes snip, snip. Ain't no woman. You know who ain't no goddamn woman, baby. Ooh, that's why you love me. My fart queen. You ain't no woman.